have grave concerns down here at this rusty bridge. That's what I've always called it. Really, this is humble time. As you can see, in spite of that bridge being rusty, it's quite an active area. There's a little roundabout under the bridge, and I've actually seen it more from a car. Whenever we drive under here, I always take note of that bridge because I just think it's really cool looking. I love old industrial stuff, and believe it or not, this used to look more run down than it does. They've done some renovations down here underneath, but as I'm looking at it now, I can still see under the bridge there's a lot of netting. So obviously it's still crumbling, rust chipping off, and they don't want that falling on cars or people. In any case, this is a somewhat out of the way area, I would say. I mostly notice this when I'm on the train, and you can see this really cool cemetery to the right when you're going south, and to my right currently as I'm walking south. So I've seen this cemetery many times, but I have never been here. And there's actually two of them. One is called Dorotheenstädt. Actually, Dorotheenstädt II, the sequel. Because Dorotheenstädt is probably the most well-known cemetery in the city. That's the one that has the bulk of the well-known people. I've already been there. Bertolt Brecht, Schinkel and Shadow, and Marcuse, Hegel. There's folks there that are celebrated. And that's really in the center of town. Whereas Humboldt is just like one stop down from Gesundbrunnen, which is sort of like the northernmost station on the ring. And an important station where not only underground trains run, but also regional trains. It's commonplace to pick up a train to the airport. But as it is, here I am at the front entrance. Kirchhof of Dorotheenstädtischer. So, Kirchhof 2, Church 2. So this is Dorotheenstädt here on the right. And unlike its twin, I guess, for lack of a better word, it's a parallel church downtown. I don't know that there's a lot of super well-known people here. That one's pretty tough to compete with. But I do see some cool looking stones, so let's check this out. Super bright and sunny here. Little overgrown, I gotta say. Definitely not as nicely kept as Dorotheenstädt 1. Not to compare it the whole time. Gustav Koningsdorfer. Looks important. 1907, worth looking up maybe. But mostly it was this one that was attracting me here. This is beautiful. Beautiful relief. Looks like a son saying goodbye to his mother. Emile Loeffler, Loeffler. Oh, that's a tough read. 1837 to what I would read as what the hell is this? 1890. Okay, 1890. That's a very abbreviated way, but that works. Very cool. Nice one. Also worth looking up, though I don't see a stone of honor here. Oscar Hanke, 1908. see the apartments right behind us here. Nice apartments. That would be a great place to live. Not just because I'm into graveyards, but living next to the graveyard would be quiet. And that nice gray one to the right as well. Also probably a nice place to live, just doesn't have the balconies. What do we have here? Ludwig Vater. Get down on it there. 1880. Predigerder. Dorotheenstädtischer. And here's another old looking one, missing its profile. Ida Felsch, Geb Vogel, maiden name Vogel, and Reinhard Felsch, 1909, 1913, respectively. A lot of missing plaques in the wall here. Family Rosenberg. Alfred Kranzler, 1911. Nice little bust there of him. Anna Kranzler. Next door. Not sharing the stone. Friedrich Reinhard Stechau, 1895. Let's check this one out. I'm sort of back and forth here between the wall and this row. It's a family. Lucke, L-U-C-K-E. But I really like this relief in the middle. Angel taking this woman's hand. Father left with the child. So that tells a little story. I assume that's what happened there. Meta Marie Lucevicka died in 1918. And Paul died in 1961. Holy cow, that guy lived to be almost 100. Born in 1858. So he was without his wife for 40 years. If I'm reading that date right. Incredible. Well, I shouldn't say that because there was a name in the middle, Louise. But that's, I don't know, maybe Louise was his wife, 1839 to 1899, even longer time if that's his wife. That looks more like his mother. Hard to say what's going on here to decipher these stories exactly. Nice figure there on the left. Seems to be destroyed on the right, so some more damage here. More time. More likely war. Okay, looks like they've cut the grass here a bit. Doing some tree cutting. It's a tough read. Friedrich Wilhelm Rich, R-I-C-H, Schultz. Maybe that's a Richt something, I don't know. Schultz. Schulzenstein. 1854. Not very, sorry, I was pointing a bit high. Not very old. Family Bowling. Balling. Family Moeller. Nice ivy on that building there. Shot a recent 1999 one on there. This Jesus with his hands out like that seems to be a standard motif. We've got a bunch of war dead here, 39 to 45. This is cool. Too bad it's missing whatever statue was in here. That's a nice little shelter for it. Steinhardt, Adolf Karl Steinhardt, 1908. That's a shame. I don't know if that's war damage or what, but it's totally wiped out. Look at that one. Zyka, 1963. More likely 34 for Paul. Looks like Paul went first. And that looks like the right kind of year for that Art Deco looking thing. This is pleasant over here. Really well kept. It's damp here. Recent watering. It's nice. Smells great here. Really nice landscaping here in terms of the trees, bushes. It's flat otherwise, obviously, but just nicely kept. This one's pretty worn out here. Looks like Ursula von Massow, M-A-S-S-O-W. Wow. Who is this? Family Steinhardt. The world, this is in English. The world, got a bug in my face here, is but an hour. The rest is misery. Wow. That's hardcore. Mia, M-I-A, must be Mia Steinhardt, 1920. Yeah. It says Mia in the middle of the bust, and it says Mia over here on the right. Fantastic. I made it worth it right there. That was worth the whole trip. The world is but an hour, the rest is misery. Awesome. I mean, if you like that kind of pessimistic quote, I do. I don't really think that way all the time, but I can recognize it as true. Celiacs, C-Y-L-I-A-X. No gluten for them. Bruno Weiderman. Heinrich Wirth. Louis Scheer, family Scheer, Louis and Amma. 1920s. I'm enjoying this. I feel like there's variety compared to some of the ones that I've gone to recently that are just a bit more recent. The old ones have the character, I'm sorry to say, but if it's post-war, let's say, it's not as interesting. You gotta get the basically 1750 to 1950 in that zone. Family Herzog, Rudolf Herzog. Great carving on there. RH. RH had some money. family bush in front of me, this big crypt. Beautiful. That must have cost a pretty penny even back in the day. And they've kept the glass up. Obviously that's been restored. Fantastic. I doubt I could see much even if I put my camera up to that glass. That looks very dark. This black, tinted black. Let's just see if anything happens now. It's giving me pure reflection. Well, I say that, maybe you can see something. I'm seeing something a little different now. Quite the tomb. Let's see, we got a thing on it here. Denkmal Schutz. Denkmal is monument. I wonder, let's just try that little trick again. Here on the side. All reflection. Camera hits the glass, and now what? I'm seeing the window on the other side, so very cool. Creepy. I don't know what I picked up in there. I'm going to have to review the footage. Family Georg Pfeiffer on my right. Not really much to look at. Here we go. Look at this thing. Let me recenter here. Willie Paul, 1983. Looks like Ernst Traube, Traube, T-R-A-U-B-E, Ernst Traube. It's really just lightly scratched in there, so at the base. Kruppot. Ursula Schwartz, 1984. But this looks older, obviously. This is a family. I don't know what it says on there, but little Jesus bust. And I think we've pretty much exhausted this place. And I'm going to head across the street now, which one can see more prominently from the train because of these angel statues at the entrance, which is really what I want to capture more than anything. I don't know that that cemetery is terribly old or has much in there in the way of interest, but we're going to find out in a minute. I'm hearing audio. This is new. Look at this. A little solar lotus. T-Taj Nguyen, 1995. What is going on here? First I thought it was in the distance. I thought it was like a mosque with a call to prayer. Mak Chin Twong. Pretty cool. Look at this. He's got a microphone. This would be worth looking up. Is that him singing? Maybe somebody can Shazam that. That's something else. That's the first. I think we're going to see more and more of that, you know. It's time to start using this technology more on this in the graveyards, QR codes. LEDs, solar power. There's a market here. Somebody could get creative. I think there's a whole host of opportunities. And, that didn't look too fancy. And, it wasn't really worth stealing. I think it's safe in here. And, it worked well. I don't know if it motion detected me. It's like we're going to start seeing ring doorbells for gravestones, so people can hook in with their app and see who's visiting their loved one's grave, keeping an eye on it like a trail cam. That's crazy. Back by the rusty bridge there. And now you can see what I see from the train, which are these significant kneeling angel statues. Just going to take a quick look at the sheets here. No, I don't see any particular listings for prominent citizens, so we'll just hop in. But this makes quite an entrance, I have to say. Get a closer look at one of these. Fairly Art Deco looking angels, the kind of thing you would expect to see on top of a building in New York City from the 30s. Beautiful chapel here. Probably not open. But I like to try. I've been surprised before. Negative. Cool handles though. Alright, I don't know. Looks like there's some stones worth checking out here. Right away, I wanted to see the statue against the wall. These family crypts. Tough read. Looks like Lundberg. There's another one of these with the dark glass, although not terribly dark. You can actually see in that one. Not much going on in there. I was going to say war damage, but it looks just more like decay and things falling off. Barmer zeokite. Romadicki. Nobody here. Family Hermann Dickhoff. This is a nice outdoor chapel, very romantic, kind of Arthurian. I just got to turn around for it. I like this, just kind of a horseshoe shape, totally open to the elements. Beautiful blue patina here. This must be copper. And they're running down, giving it that blue. Carl Schilling, architect. And who is in here? Hagari Schilling Konighofstein. Well, they've all got the blue. You can see where it's run down from the grates on the window. Beautiful. Von Renvers. Shilinsky. August Lichtenberg, 1931, carrying the body of Christ. Getting a little bright here too. Nice trees out here. Erba Grabnis, Lorenz Adlon, 1945. Grabnis was 1918. It's quite a prominent crypt, but no stone of honor. I'm going to get a look at Erba Grabnis. And then he's also got one across the way. Erba Grabnis Adlon. He's got this whole section here. Russell family. Look at this thing. I'll just reset because I'm flashing a bit here. Look at that. Not sure who this is. I don't see any names. Maybe Mahler? Can't tell. I don't think so. I think it's Kohler. Michael Kohler, 1912. And I think that's going to just about do it for this place. Just check some more of these along the wall. The rest all looks a little new. Dr. Peter von Cornelius, 1867. Joseph Hermann Schmidt, 1804. Some family crypts here. Kirche, Joseph Kirche, 1911. Another little chapel crypt here. Some genuine cobweb action here on the door and on the windows. Let's be nosy and let's do that thing again. It's interesting. Reflection. And interior. I can't see it so well, but when I get home I'll check that footage. Werner Mobus. Anna Mobus. Look at this thing. This is just a giant. I gotta get over here to capture that. That is massive.